everyone, welcome to Crack Defense. Now in this video we will be covering everything about poverty under economics. So now see, people try to understand about poverty. Now it's actually a broad concept, but while you are studying for your defense examinations, there are certain factual things and numerical facts about poverty you people need to pay focus on. So we'll move forward to the definition of poverty. Now, first we'll try to understand what actually poverty is. So, poverty is a state or condition in which a person or community lacks the financial resources and essentials for a minimum standard of living. Poverty means that the income level from employment is so low that basic human needs cannot be met. So now if a person he is employed and is earning 50 rupees per day, and out of this 50 rupees he is not able to meet his day-to-day basic human needs, example sanitation, food, shelter, water, etc. So that person is considered as poor and he is into the poverty. So now this was the definition of poverty. Now let's see to the types of poverty. So there are mainly two types of poverty. First is absolute and second one is relative. Now absolute poverty. Absolute poverty is low level of income which is not sufficient to fulfill required basic minimum needs. And relative poverty is on the basis of comparison of per capita income of different countries. So now see, basically absolute poverty is used for individuals. Okay, and it is based on income. And here relative poverty, I'm so sorry, relative poverty is used for the comparison. Okay, so now when two countries or two individuals or two region is compared on the basis of poverty, then we use relative poverty. So it depends on the per capita income. Okay, so this is absolute and relative poverty. Now moving forward, now here comes the measurement of poverty. Now this is the big question. Now how to measure the level of poverty? Now in the country there are okay, now example, this is a region and here are 10 people living. So out of this 10 people who actually are poor, so what will be the parameters of the poverty measurement? So this is called as measures of poverty parameters. So in India, we have it on the basis of calories. So now there has been a great evolution for the measurement of poverties. First it was on income basis, now it is on consumption basis. So first it was on income basis, example an individual who is earning rupees 20 per day, above rupees 20 per day, then he is not a poor and he will not be considered as below poverty line individual. And he if he is earning less than 20 rupees per day, then he will lie under BPL, that is below poverty line. So this was on the basis of income, but this wasn't a success, so we moved to consumption parameter. So now see, a common method used to measure poverty is based on the income or consumption level. So in India, we are right now using consumption level. So we will see generally an average calorie intake of 2400, that is 2400 calories for rural person and 2100 calories for urban person is taken in the determinant value. Now if an individual in urban and rural area, if he is consuming two urban 2100 and 2400 calories per day, okay, then he is not poor. If he is consuming less than the prescribed calories, then that person is considered as poor. Now you can see that there is a difference of 300 calories for the person living in urban area and rural area. So now this difference of 300 is majorly because the people living in rural areas, they are involved in more of the physical activities, so they require more energy than a person living in urban areas. So there is a difference of 300 calories. So we moving to the last slide of the poverty. Now this is important, that is committees on poverty. Now people, this is basically a pattern of question which UPSC portal can ask. Now these are basically four committees which were established or set up on poverty. That is Alag Committee, Lakadwala Committee, Tendulkar Committee, and Rangarajan Committee. So they can ask you that out of these four committees, okay, they will say that which of these committees were involved in poverty. Okay, and they will give you this four options, and then they will ask you one and two, three, four, two, and one, only one, etc. And last option will be all of the above. So one, two, three, and four. So you have to mention all these four committees. So your answer becomes D, that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. An example, they replace this committee by Sarkaria Commission or Punshi Committee. So your answer will be 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so be aware about the committees. Now this is Alag Committee. It was set up in 1979. It determined a poverty line based on a minimum daily requirement, which we are using right now. Okay, so then the Lakadwala committee was established, Tendulkar committee was also established, and then Rangarajan committee in 2012, which is recently, it was set up. Did the poverty estimation. As per the Rangarajan committee report, the poverty line is estimated as monthly per capita expenditure of rupees 1407 in urban areas and 972 in rural areas. So now, as per the recommendations of Rangarajan committee, they said that monthly expenditure of an individual, if it is more than 1407 rupees in urban areas and 972 in rural areas, if it is less than these two amounts, then the individual is poor, and if it is greater or equivalent to these two amounts, that is the expense, then the person is not poor. So this was all about the poverty. This was the basic idea and concepts of poverty. Now you people have to come into the rigorous revision of the schemes which are involved in poverty and all, in short, to cover all your poverty syllabus or your economic poverty sections information. So this was all. Thank you so much and all the best.